Welcome everybody back with a video. Today we're going to be talking about the coin shop. I should have made this a couple days ago when the characters were before they released, but I've been busy recording the other videos. So let's go right into it. So today, let's talk about the coin shop. Now, let's talk about the RGB coins. Honestly, I forgot who they were already. I'm pretty sure Kane's in there. No, he's not in here. Okay, I'm completely wrong. It's going to be Elena, Elvira, and Pyrrha. Elena, very good for anti-cleave, but besides that, she doesn't really else do much. Sometimes Hall of Trials, she's there. She's not too bad of a character, right? But if you buy her, hopefully you're buying her for imprints, and hopefully you already have her already. Now, more than likely, all these RGBs are more than likely just going to be coins, right? So keep that in mind, right? Preferably you have one copy of these characters already, and you are just buying for said dupe. That's all really about it. Also, the music seems kind of loud. Is the audio loud? No, it's not. Okay. So yeah, Elena, pretty good anti-cleave versus Firelytica, but if she gets hit, it's over. If she gets hit by Firelytica, it's over. If Firelytica runs like Oath Key or something, it's over. So just keep that in mind. If she gets hit, she ain't doing nothing versus Firelytica. Evelyn, I guess you could use it for Banshee One-Shot 13, but besides that, nothing else. You're just saving him for ML Evelyn at this point, because there's not much else for him to pretty much do at this point, right? Next is going to be Pyrrha. Actually, Pyrrha is actually pretty good because of, well, obviously, the ML Pyrrha. She's a good dupe, of course, and she is still very much used as a character. Now, she's not as OP as she was back then, but she is still pretty damn good right now. Especially if you don't have her, she's definitely worth picking up. If you somehow don't have Pyrrha, but if you're looking for imprint, she's still good for that as well. So again, I think it's a win-win. This character is a win-win, either for imprints or as a character as herself. She's just very good. I like her a lot, right? S2, AoE, decrease buff duration, restricting them, unable to be buffed, very solid. It's really nice. I actually still love this Pyrrha to this day. That's pretty much going to be the RGB coin. Now let's talk about the Galaxy coins. The whale shop, people say. Operator Cigarettes, she needs a buff. She still needs a buff. Sometimes you can use it here and there. She's very niche. But if they do buff her, she could be very good, depending on what they do with her, right? I wouldn't buy her right now, especially compared to the other two characters inside this shop and whatever future characters are going to be coming out within the next couple months or so. I'm going to make a video on that, but I'll talk about that later on, of course. But Operator Cigarette, as it is right now, no, it's not worth it. She's not really worth it at all. I would definitely recommend skipping her. But she is very niche if you don't have her. If you're interested in collecting her, it's up to you. She's very niche. She's literally all about her S2. They have a barrier. She will 100% pen. So if you see FCC, she's very good. But if you see FCC Ilanov, then she's not that good. That's a big problem right now, right? It's because Ilanov will hurt her even more than she already was before. Now, next is going to be Sharoon. Sharoon, she is 100% worth it, even if you don't have Renaka. Which, hopefully you do get Renaka. Alright, if you are watching this video later on in the future, you don't have said Renaka, she is still good as a character. She's really good. You cannot be sleeped or stunned or feared with this character on board. And if you do, you get Cascade for the entire team, which is going to be 4,000 fixed damage, which is very good. As you saw my Biblis cleave right now, Renaka and Sharoon cleave right now is pretty damn good. It's really good. If they don't run Harsetti, and then if they don't have Harsetti, you can pretty much just use this cleave. But if they use the cleave, if they use Harsetti, then you can go Firelytica as them. It's really good right now, Arena. There's still some annoyingness with the boss of Runka being annoying and all that. But the diversity is there. I would say that the diversity is pretty much there. But the Sharoon character, I like her a lot. You could do her in terms of builds, you could do quite a bit. I will show my builds after this, after we do finish talking about them. But overall, Dragon King Sharoon, very good. Very good. I do recommend picking her up. And she does have a AoE defense break. If it depends on their class, right? So if they are a thief, warrior, ranger, or mage, they get decreased attack. If they are a knight, soul weaver, they get decreased defense. I love this a lot, actually. I like the class debuff because yes, sometimes I see warriors and thieves and all that. I'm like, oh yeah, I'd rather have decreased down attack. It's good. I actually like that. And she gets 40% CR if there is anyone with stun, sleep, or fear on the team. Again, really good character. And she does have a guaranteed 100% soul burn, soul burn. Not ignore Yara, but 20% chance to stun them. And if they're stunned, you increases the ally with the highest attack by 20%. Again, I love this character. I actually think she's really good. I like her quite a bit. Especially where Naka right now, her value did go up. Next is going to be Spirit Eye Selene. This character got a EE and a buff on top of it. So she's very, very insane. In terms of these three characters, while I think Sharoon's very good, Selene is literally the best option out of these characters. Now, it does depend on the player, but honestly, Selene is just that broken. She's really that broken. The EE paired with the buff she got just makes her such an incredible character. There's so many builds you can do with her. Most builds is going to be around 300 speed, 290 speed, 280 speed plus, however fast you can get her. Secret Art Sword Storm, especially in RTA if you are a cleaver, she is very, very good. You can flex that into her. Or you can use her to flex into a cleave as well. Most cleavers are picking her, or Bossa Ruka as well, right? This character literally cleanses the entire team. That's literally the buff she got. I forgot the other buff she got, but it's still an insane buff. She dispels all the debuffs from the allies, and she revives them if they are dead. Not only on top of that deal, she will give them immortality for the entire team for 1 turn, and she does get possession. Now on top of possession, she also gets counterattacks when suffering a critical hit because of possession. And then she can't die in 1 turn. She's hit 2-3 times. And then she has a free soul burn to get a guaranteed turn on S1. Again, that is absolutely insane. It's such an insane character, man. She's really, she's a powerhouse. It's pretty easy to fight against her when you think about it, but it's not like that. It's pretty much a powerhouse character, right? It is very, very strong. Let's go talk about these characters. Let me show you the builds real quick. Operator Secret, I'm not going to show you the builds, but I did showcase this team quite a bit in Arena. I think it's really strong. Biblis does not have to be here. You could literally replace this with like Borwana, Emo Elena. It's really up to you. I just prefer the Biblis route because I would rather they counter. Even if they don't counter, it doesn't really matter. My Biblis will go and do S3, and she has Drink on top of that. So, like, I'm doing a crap ton of damage anyways, even if they don't counter, right? I got some comments about that saying, what if they don't counter? Is it RNG and all that? Well, if I want a clean cleave, then yeah, I would prefer for them to counter. But it doesn't matter. If they don't counter, it doesn't matter. It's whatever. I'm just going to go Slam S3, and they're going to die anyways to that. Especially that I have that plus Drink. Plus Cascade. So, it's really insane. It's really an insane cleave. But yeah, let me show you Sharoon real quick. Sharoon Minus just has this type of bulk and all that. Nothing too special, but it's really not that special at all. You should make it tank enough to tank a Hua S2, but the way my team works is that I basically ignore Hua doing her S2, so it's really whatever. So this is just going to be her for Arena. In terms of RTA, I'm not too sure about the RTA builds just yet, because a lot of people are running kind of this fast-ish Sharoon with more bulk and effectiveness, right? The gear isn't good on her. I'm gonna say that right now. The gear is not good. I'm running thin on my gears, so she is not on the best gear at all. But as I deal with her build's gonna be. Now, for when it comes to Selene, there's a lot of builds you can do with her, right? Mine is still currently on the ER build, which is basically versus all dark teams, right? If you see Para and all them, especially in GVG, you can use Spirit Eye Selene, especially in Arena still. You can still go use Selene with Christie. Now, again, the other build was going to be like the 290 plus speed Selene with Secret Art Sword Storm. Again, there's a lot of builds you could do with this character. Either one works perfectly fine. I just still have her on my ER build because I have no reason to switch her. I don't really use her like that. I will be touching RTA soon, so I will probably change builds, but I do need free on equip. But currently, right now, as it stands, this is how I use this character. I just use it for basically the same job as Kayron. That's pretty much what I use her for, right? But other than that, though, that's pretty much going to be it. I definitely think Selene is going to be the best choice to pick up out of the coin shop. Sharoon being a second, and Operator Secret being an easy skip. If you have Selene, I definitely recommend Sharoon. Again, these characters are really, really good. The next couple coin shops, though, are kind of going to be maybe good or maybe bad. I'll make a video on it. But other than that, though, thank you guys for watching the video. Hope you have a good day, and I will see you guys later on. Peace out.